Sir, do you have a problem? Why don't you go on back to your seat? Shane McMahon is putting his hand on Joey Garcia, like it or not, as a fan. He was fired. And oh, no, look at this. Oh, my God, shoved into chairs here. Oh, my God. Huh? Joey? What the hell? What the hell? He just threw him into that crate there. What is Shane doing? Shane! Oh, my God. Shane McMahon. Oh, my God. My God. Stay off my show. Oh, my God. He just hit the trash can. Joey Garcia's head was inside and he scrambled Joey Garcia's brains with a chair shot. Shane McMahon cannot do that, especially when during his job evaluation. Joey Garcia baited Shane McMahon to do something like that, but Shane took it across the line. He didn't just put his hands on him. He brutalized Joey Garcia here tonight on SmackDown. You know, things may have gotten a little out of hand. And by a little out of hand, I mean a lot out of hand last week. And yeah, there's a huge evaluation under my job, and this all started when Chad Gable and Jason Jordan filed that complaint, and they got the board of directors to come to SmackDown and critique everything I do. Literally, I'm under watch pretty much 24/7. And then last week, Joey Garcia wants to disguise himself over there with all you people that paid good hard-earned money to come here, and he gets a free ticket to come make a mockery out of Shane McMahon and SmackDown and all its fans. I don't think so. And yeah, maybe I did cross the line. Maybe I didn't keep my hands to myself, but Joey Garcia being here, in my opinion, he was trying to terrorize the show. He was trying to ruin SmackDown for all of you and for me and trying to make me lose my job. So quite frankly, I feel justified in putting that trash can over his head and bashing his brains in. But with that said, there's a couple guys been running their mouth all week on social media. So why don't you come on out here? Chad Gable, Jason Jordan, American Alpha, come out here right now. Here comes Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, American Alpha. Shane McMahon has called them out, and here they come. Now, gentlemen, it's been brought to my attention that you two have a problem with the way I run this show. So now, instead of talking about it on social media, instead of calling the board of directors, why don't you talk to me man to man, face to face about it, huh?
Well, I guess it's finally come to this, huh? We're out here, you know. If it wasn't already enough evidence over the last, I don't know, year that you weren't qualified for this job, I mean, let's just go back last week. What you did last week, you took it to a whole nother level. What you did, no reasonable management, no reasonable general manager would do such a thing. You put your hands on a fan who paid his hard-earned money to come here to watch a show. You put your hands on him. I mean, who does that? You should be fired on the spot, to be honest. JJ agrees. I mean, are you serious? Did you really do what the unthinkable? Put your hands. I mean, if you would do that to a fan, I mean, what would you do that to people that under contract to you? Huh? You're going around beating us? Huh? You're gonna come to the locker room and beat us again in the head? That's what you're gonna do? Huh? You're losing it, Shane. Really, you really need to get evaluated for real. Like, you might need more than that. You might need psychiatric attention or something. You're losing it.
I'm losing it?
We went from being mad at you. We're going from being mad at you to being more concerned of anything for our well-being.
For your well-being,
everybody's
your well-being, huh?
Right,
you think I'm losing it? You think I'm losing it? But why do you think that's the case, Chad? Why do you think that's the case? Because for the past year, it hasn't been a good relationship between yourself, American Alpha, and myself, because you've tried time and time again to make my life a living hell. It's been happening for over a year. Over a year. You've been bitching, moaning, complaining, this, that, and the other with Joey Garcia. I thought we settled it. I thought we settled it at WrestleMania, Chad. I thought we settled it at WrestleMania, and I even put you in the main event of SmackDown right after WrestleMania, and you won the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on that night. So now that you lost the tag titles at Backlash to DIY, you of all people want to come to me and say I didn't give you an opportunity, I didn't give you a fair shake, and you want to sit here and
you gave our, we didn't get our rematch. We never got our rematch. You gave it to the Revival. For what?
The Revival earned that opportunity prior to your match at Backlash. The Revival earned that opportunity prior to your match at Backlash.
Okay,
you would have faced them if you retained.
We're obligated, but we're obligated. It's in our contract. In every champion's contract, that if you lose the titles, you are obligated to have a rematch. And you just went over us. I went straight to them. How is that right, huh? Tell us how that's right. It's not right at all. We should as the former champions, we should get our shots.
As former champions, yeah, maybe you should have first dibs. But what you're failing to put in there in all these articles that I see online is that the Revival earned that shot prior to Backlash. If you had retained the tag titles, you would have faced Revival. But yeah, I can get your frustration. Yes, the Revival are the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But Chad, let's make one thing clear. You're still going to get your number one contender match, or at least you were. You see, I was going to give you a shot at the Revival. You can say it's unfair. The Revival got the shot before you and they won, and now it taints everything. I don't think that. I was going to give you your shot. It was going to be Chad Gable and Jason Jordan versus the Revival at SummerSlam, but not anymore.
What? Are you kidding me?
You see, this has been an inside job from two of my SmackDown talent. Two SmackDown talent who are biased and run to the media. Two SmackDown talent that run to the media, run to the board of directors to try to get me fired for a decision that we could have had man-to-man backstage weeks ago. But no, instead of doing that, instead of doing it at Warlock Island, instead of doing it at SmackDown, you go over my head and you started this whole thing. Now everyone's critiquing everything I do. Yeah, am I losing it a little bit? Do I have a screw loose because of this? What I did to Joey Garcia is justified in my opinion. Is that wrong? Joey Garcia tried to terrorize the show, and quite frankly, Chad, I think you're doing the same.
No. You listen to me, Shane. It ain't just us. Other people see it too. I mean, Travis Stark's been asking to get a rematch with AJ Styles for a while now. And then, how long has Billie Kay been an intern, huh? When are you gonna actually give her actual job? She's on the payroll, huh? And there's so many other people down the line that you're forgetting. I mean, you are a mediocre general manager. I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's true. I mean, it is what it is. These people see it every week. You really need a true evaluation. And I'm going to keep going for it. I'm going to keep fighting the system until it happens. You got that, Mr. McMahon?
I got that. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I heard you loud and clear. Oh, wait a minute, Shane McMahon! Shane McMahon is attacking Chad Gable. Oh, man, there's a shot there by Jason Jordan, but a counter by Shane. And Shane with a right hand there to Jordan. My goodness, Shane McMahon with a right hand to Jordan. Look at this, Shane McMahon. Look at this. Oh, God, kicking Chad Gable. Oh, my God. Oh, yes, and Jordan now. Jordan trying to cover up, and Shane McMahon is taking the fight here to Jason Jordan. My goodness. Oh, man, look at this here. Oh, wait a minute. From behind. He got the leg. That's Joey Garcia. Joey Garcia. Oh my
Oh
God,
my
Joey Garcia
God,
with the
Joey
right hand and a
Garcia.
Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon put his hands on Alpha, and now Joey Garcia, kick him right in the leg. He got the chop block in the back of the leg, and now look at this. Oh my, Joey Garcia. Look at this, being held down. Joey Garcia's holding him down here.
Yeah.
Good God, as Chad Gable lays him in. Oh no, now look at this. Now Jason Jordan. My God, Joey Garcia was holding back Shane McMahon, and now, a huge German suplex to Shane McMahon. We are seeing a beatdown here on SmackDown General Manager. Shane rolls to the outside. My goodness. And now Joey Garcia.
That's what you get.
And American Alpha screaming at Shane McMahon. My goodness. Today has been one of the worst days of my life. You know, I've been the general manager for quite a long time here, and honestly, this is probably the darkest day as my time as general manager. You know, I wanted SummerSlam to be the best show it could possibly be for SmackDown, and honestly, I think I failed. I think I failed SmackDown because I've been caught up in this mess with the board of directors, with Chad Gable, Jason Jordan, and of course, Joey Garcia. And as of last week, brought to my attention after the fact, I regret to inform you all that Joey Garcia has been reinstated to SmackDown. He's now officially a part of the SmackDown roster once again. And I also regret to inform you that he's been given a platform to speak right here, right now. So, Joey Garcia, come on out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 2 weeks ago getting his brain scrambled by Shane McMahon when he was a fan in the crowd, you see him still wearing his lucky shirt there. Is Joey Garcia. This is the shirt that he's been last week, of course, where he attacked Shane from behind. Of course, we now know it was because he was reinstated, and this thing has gotten very personal here as Joey's inside the ring.
It's good to be back in this ring. If you've forgotten, my name is Joey Garcia. And if you're wondering why I'm dressed like this, not in my gear, not in my suit, well, like Shane said here, I've been given a platform to speak. So I'll tell you a little bit of my time in NWF if you're new or you've forgotten. And what a living hell this man over here, this monster of a man, made my life after he unjustly fired me. And you see, it all started around a year ago. I won my first major title in this business. I beat Eddie Guerrero for a second time and won the NWF championship. I was ecstatic. I was blown away. It was amazing. And then the next week after that, John Cena came in and challenged me. And I was a little hesitant, but I accepted that challenge. If you're going to be champion, you're going to have a target on your back. I beat him. But then after that, it just didn't stop. People like Shinsuke, people like Triple H, who didn't even do anything to deserve that, kept coming after me and just week after week wore me down, big match after big match. And eventually, I lost it all. Eventually, I lost my title in a match on SmackDown to Triple H. And that pretty much, it almost killed my love for this business. It almost, it hurt me deep to know that this man over here, this McMahon, had such hatred for me that he would just try to make me lose the title week after week, and there's nothing I could do about it. But then, eventually things changed. Eventually, I got an opportunity. I was made co-general manager of this brand. And I saw myself as a force of change. I mean, you all have read the recent online media. You all saw Chad Gable and Jason Jordan's plea last week, and I agree with them. Shane over here is a self-righteous, bias manager. He only gives things to people he personally likes. He doesn't care about SmackDown. All he cares about is making his own friends happy and making himself happy. And he can say what he wants. He can say what he wants, folks, but he hates all of you too. He hates each and every single one of you. He's only happy for when you cheer for the guys he likes. And if you start cheering for the guys he doesn't, well, guess what? They get buried underneath everybody else. But now that you're caught up, let's talk about probably the darkest. You want to talk about darkest days? How about my darkest day, Shane? How about, right after WrestleMania, after I just fallen out of the ring, got thrown through a ladder. I was hurt in the back, getting iced, getting looked over, and then all of a sudden security guards come in, tell me I've been fired, barely even let me get my things together and throw me out of the building. They throw me out of the building with WrestleMania only halfway done. He couldn't even wait a day. He had to do it that exact moment. And you know what? I thought, this isn't going to hurt me. I'm not going to let Shane get to me like this. So I decided, I'll try my luck on the independent scene, on the scene away from NWF, and build myself back up again where Shane would have no choice but to bring me back. But that didn't happen. Because you see, I get a call. I got a call in the middle of the day saying I can't use my real name. I can't use the name Joey Garcia. Yeah, that's right. Shane is so vindictive. He's such a monster. He copyrighted my real last name. He trademarked it. So I had to go around the independents as Joey Miranda. And everybody thought I was just a knockoff of Joey Garcia. Nobody wanted to hire me. And those who did, they just thought I was a comedy act. They just thought I was a parody of Joey Garcia. And times got tough. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing this. I had to sell my suits. I had to get rid of that nice watch that Mr. Donald Trump gave me after I'd won that match, that hard-fought Money in the Bank type match. My beard grew out. I almost started getting out of shape. I had to buy these. This is like the 3 sets of clothes I have. I have to wash them every week. I was in a dark place, Shane. You put me in a dark place. But then, then I start seeing stuff online. Then I start really paying attention and watching the product again. And I start seeing how bad things are getting. I start seeing the ratings, Shane. I start seeing the free tickets being handed out. I start seeing the injustice here. I start seeing the board of directors. So then I come along and decide to see it all for myself. And you know what happens? I had to disguise myself, saying, because I knew you'd do what you would do. You would assault me. You would try to attack me the moment you saw me, because you wanted to blame all your failures on me. When all you've done to me is make my life a living hell. You say I make yours? You say I made your year a living hell? I made these past 6 months a living hell? No, Shane, you've made my last year a living hell.
You know, Joey, I've heard just about enough. I've heard just about enough of what you're spitting out. You see, no. Yeah, I fired you at WrestleMania, but you would have done the exact same thing to me. I wanted to be done with you. I wanted to rid you of SmackDown so I could focus on making this brand the very best it could be. But you know what you did, Joey? You know what you did? You plotted from that very day onwards. You plotted month after month, day after day. You could say whatever you want. Yeah, you got out of shape. Yeah, you may have sold some suits. Boo-hoo. You were on top of the world and you're going to blame it on me? No, Joey, blame it on you and your attitude. Blame it on you and the way you operate. American Alpha, how they operate. How they go to the higher-ups and do all these things to try to ruin my time here on SmackDown. Yeah, why has SmackDown been suffering? Because of this inside job. These journalists, why are they writing these articles? Because Jason Jordan and Chad Gable are feeding information to them. So Joey, you did this whole thing just to try to get me fired from SmackDown. A job evaluation. You came here to SmackDown. You baited me, Joey, to go out there and crack you with a steel chair. With that trash can over your head. You baited me. You got all that rage from WrestleMania. Yeah, you're right. And maybe Chad was right last week when he said that I have a screw loose. Maybe I'm all there. Maybe I'm lost it. Maybe I'm losing it. Well, I can tell you this, Joey. I get an announcement for you and all these NWF fans. I'm officially resigning as the SmackDown general manager. But my last order of business, Joey, was to sign myself to SmackDown as an active SmackDown superstar. But that's not all I did. Joey. So you were reinstated last week. Therefore, as of this week and before I quit, you are once again a member of the SmackDown roster, and I was the SmackDown general manager. So I made one final match. As general manager of SmackDown, and that match is at SummerSlam. And the stipulation, well, it's simple. There's no rules. No countouts. In fact, Joey, you don't need a fancy suit. It's going to be a street fight. Bring whatever you have, because you're going to need it. So it's official. I have resigned as SmackDown General Manager, and at SummerSlam, it's me and you in a street fight. Oh, it's Shane McMahon going after Joey Garcia. Look at this. Shane McMahon, look at this. McMahon. Oh, my God. Shane McMahon is now going. Oh, he's teeing off on Joey Garcia. Look at this. Shane O'Mac just drilled Joey Garcia down to the canvas right there. My God. Look at Joey holding his face. Joey holding his face here. Shane McMahon. Come on. You made my life a living hell. We're getting a previous SummerSlam right here. Look at this. Shane McMahon attacking Garcia here. My goodness. But Joey with a counter right hand there by Garcia. And a right hand by Joey. Raw, a jab there. It's back and forth here. Shane drilling with big shots, but a counter by Garcia. We got a fight here on SmackDown.
I hate you, Shane. I hate you.
Oh, God, right hand there by Joey. Another one right there. Shane in the corner. But a counter there by McMahon. My God, we have a huge fight here underway. Look at this big forearm shot. Another one right there. My God, up against the ropes. Now look at Shane. Look at Shane with a shot here to the midsection here. My goodness, Shane McMahon. My goodness. And all that frustration built up, and here comes Shane McMahon. Oh, my God, taking over the ropes. Good God. Oh, no. Shane McMahon has Joey up against the table here. Shane McMahon has Joey up against the table. Look at this. And Shane McMahon is putting Joey Garcia on that table. Right hand. Oh, no. Oh, no. Shane McMahon is climbing up the top rope. Shane McMahon. Oh, my God. Elbow drop through the table. Joey Garcia taken out. Oh my God, it's official at SummerSlam. It's going to be a street fight. It is going to be Shane McMahon versus Joey Garcia in a street fight to end it all at SummerSlam.